Hey there, this is Professor Matthew Sage here, and this video is a crash course in MLA formatting in academic research databases. Many of you have some great ideas about what MLA is and how to use academic research databases, and that's great. This video will be a helpful refresher for you on both of these tools. To some of you, these concepts may be new, but these tools are so important to the CMT skill set, and I'm happy to help you figure them out. Please know that this video isn't definitive. There are lots of great resources to help you with more complex MLA formatting questions. There's some links in the video description. Also, the CMT department has a designated research librarian who can help you with more complex research questions. So, let's get started. First, let's cover what MLA is and why it matters. The MLA, or Modern Language Association, is a group that created a standardized academic writing format. This format is called MLA format. Ta-da! More than just a set of rules about punctuation, page layouts, citation, and other minutiae, MLA formatting is a way to ensure that all academic writers' ideas are treated equally and fairly, and that academic writers have a reliable and clear way to cite their sources. The rules aren't just there to be rules, even though it seems that way. Really, those rules are there to make sure your ideas get the attention they deserve. Without a standardized format, it would be easy for academic writers to sway their readers either positively or negatively with extraneous formal elements. For instance, imagine a very serious academic paper that was typed in Comic Sans font. That font choice would change the way the information in that paper was received by readers. MLA utilizes a standardized font, Times New Roman, to make sure that writers aren't using or misusing formal elements to sway their readers. So, MLA is a set of rules that is designed to standardize academic writing both for the sake of writers and readers and graders. When all the papers in a pile follow the formatting and formal guidelines, it's the ideas in the paper that become important, not design choices. Rather than dig through all the nooks and crannies of MLA formatting, I've included a link to a Word document that is standard MLA format. It also explains why MLA is important while providing examples of MLA. Use this as a template to format any academic writing you do in WIP or your upper division CMT classes. The most important and basic bits of info you need to know about MLA are this. Your font should be Times New Roman and 12-point black text throughout the paper. 1-inch margins on all sides of the document. The entire paper should be double-spaced, including your info at the top of the first page. Your name, class, professor's name, and date on the front should be at the top left of the first page, and the first page only. On every page, your last name and page number should be at the top right corner. Unlike APA or other standard formats, there is no cover page in MLA. The last page of your document should include a works cited page. Those citations should be in MLA format. Many online tools can help you format a citation in MLA formatting. I like citationmachine.net. Citations should be listed alphabetically on the works cited page. In my WIP class, we will have a class session where I offer some tips and tricks for MLA formatting citations, including the difference between an in-text citation and a parenthetical citation. There are examples of both in the MLA template for you to review. For help with in-depth MLA formatting, my first stop is always the Purdue OWL. There is also a lot of helpful information at Scribr. Links to both of those things are down in the video description. Okay, now let's talk about academic research databases. Part of what your tuition pays for is for you to have access to an enormous catalog of academic articles, journals, chapters, and other papers that are kept in databases called academic research databases. Going to the library to find physical sources like books is great, but the research databases are wonderful because you have access to millions of articles from your computer at home. I want to give you a quick walkthrough on how to find these databases through the NEIU library homepage, and how to find articles in those databases, how to save those articles, and how to create MLA citations for the articles you find. First, go to the databases. All you need to do is search NEIU library, or go to the website www.neiu.edu/NEIU-libraries. Once there, you should see a blue button that says Databases and Articles. Clicking that will take you to an index of all 275 research databases that NEIU has access to. This can be overwhelming, so you can narrow down the databases to the ones that are CMT specific by selecting CMT in the Subjects tab. There are a ton of great databases, and I recommend exploring many of them as you work on academic writing in WIP and beyond. For the sake of this video, I'm going to show you around my favorite database, JSTOR. So, scroll down to the J section and click JSTOR. Log in using your NEIU email and password here. If you have issues logging in, contact the librarian. They will help you out. Now that you're at JSTOR, type a word that pertains to your research. More simple searches are best in databases. So say you're writing a paper about werewolves for your horror cinema class. Just type in werewolves and see what you turn up. If you want to be more specific, combine your subject, werewolves, with the academic angle you're approaching your subject from. So maybe try werewolves gender. Now you have to do the hard part, which is engaging with the research. Look at the keywords, the publication information, and abstracts. You are more than likely a very fluent search engine user, having grown up with Google in your life, so you know these skills. This is a great place to use them. Once you find research that looks to be pertinent to your search, click through and open the article. On this page, and this is why I love JSTOR, is because you have access to the full text of the article. There are exceptions, but for the most part, full text should be there. This is why JSTOR is my fave. If you find an article you love, you can do several things. You can download the PDF, which means it saves the document to your computer. You can also print it. If you're like me, you like to annotate your reading, so having printed copies is very helpful. You can save the document to a folder in your JSTOR too. If you have several papers happening in several classes at once, you can sort those articles into folders for your class or project. This is really handy. Lastly, and I think most importantly, you can cite the article right from the articles page. This is super handy. Just click the Cite This Item button, and it will spit out citations in MLA, APA, and Chicago style format for you. So, now that you have some tools to help you format your MLA writing and a basic understanding of how to get into the academic research databases, follow your heart into those digital stacks. Academic databases are awesome. They're an amazing tool that enables you to turn your individual research interests into viable academic ideas, whether that's anime or video games or Twitter or sneakers or whatever. After you find good research, you can integrate the research into your MLA formatted paper, and suddenly you're doing upper division academic writing. I hope this crash course gave you some good ideas and most of all sparked an interest in you to explore research and to turn that research into refined academic writing. Have fun, learn stuff, be well. Professor Sage signing out.